Hey, what are you doing now?
Nothing. Just laying around at home.
I heard about the big news. The divorce finally went through, right? It was taking so long. I was starting to think that it might not happen, but here we are.
What do you want, Violet? Well, we did decide to get divorced. But there's still some paperwork to be done before it is finalized.
Yeah, Tom and I are going to be so happy now. You have no idea. I'm sure this way is better off for you as well, wouldn't you say?
First of all, wouldn't it be considerate to offer some kind of apology? After all that has gone down, I really don't get why you're messaging me like this. At the end of the day, you're the one who broke up your friend's marriage. And why? To spite your friend and steal her husband. I shouldn't even respond to you, it just pisses me off.
Oh, I am really sorry about everything that went down. I know you were dating Tom and that everything didn't go as smooth as you might have liked. But you've gotta realize something, Lucy. You know that's partly your own fault, right?
What? How is this my fault? You've been sneaking around with Tom all this time. Explain to me exactly how this is my fault.
Well, it's clear that Tom wasn't happy with you and he needed a newly fun life. You were the one who made him so unhappy for all that time. But now it looks like he's turning it around. You must be happy for him, right? He's gonna be with someone he really loves.
What? Why would I be happy? My friend basically stole my husband from me. I've got no one now.
That's too bad for you, Lucy. But think about your friend and ex-husband. They're going to be heading towards the momentous occasion in their life. Come on, Lucy. You have to be happy for me. I'm finally getting married after we talked about it all those years.
But to my ex-husband. Don't you think that's a little weird? There are plenty of guys out there, but you had to choose specifically the one that I was with? Why is that, Violet?
As you know, Tom and I have a natural organic connection. It was like nothing I'd ever felt before. Tom also said that it was the same for him. He feels free to express himself. Unlike the stressful environment when you two were living together. We fit like a perfect puzzle pieces. It's really rare to find. Thus you should just be happy for us.
You need to shut up about all that nonsense. You don't know how it feels to be with someone, then have them snatched away from you. Especially by someone you thought was your best friend.
Lucy, we're still friends. Don't get too carried away like that. We're gonna be friends even after me and Tom are together too. It's gonna be great.
Shut up, Violet. Stop it.
Excuse me? That is not something that you should be saying to your friend. Not very polite.
If you ask me polite, how about you're stealing my husband? Your brain's gotta be busted or something. You should go to doctor to have a medical checkup.
Come on, Lucy. Don't be so angry. Everything will run its course.
For what you did, I'm not going to be friends with you.
I know I did. But I apologize more times than I can count. Don't tell me you forgot about those apology letters I send? And I made sure Tom sets you up with enough funds for after he leaves? I was the one who convinced him to do that. You should thank me about that.
So you think because you did that, I'll just forgive you? You must really have brain damage if you think that's gonna happen.
Lucy, please don't be so childish about all of this. In fact, I didn't have to give you anything. No letter, no alimony, nothing. But I was the one who spoke up and demanded it. You need to realize that I'm just being a good friend.
What did you just say? You're not my friend anymore. You've burnt our relationship. I don't want anything to do with you.
Come on, Lucy. You really need to grow up and just learn how to forgive and forget. Being angry all the time is not gonna help you find a new guy. You know that, right?
God, you're mean-spirited for saying that. I really wish you weren't so fixed on keeping me as a friend. I don't need you anymore. You're dead to me, Violet.
No matter what you say, I'm gonna be here for when you need me. I'm a good friend after all, so don't forget that. I'm waiting on those divorce papers that you're supposed to send to Tom. He said you're delaying sending them for whatever reason. Wants to hold up?
I'm gonna be sending it. You don't have to worry. And after I do, I'm not gonna have to talk to you too.
Oh, you really are mad, Lucy. Aren't you taking some deep breaths? You'll be okay. I recommend the meditation or yoga to relieve stress. I swear by those. But anyway, I gotta get going. I just want to let you know that I'm always here for you even if you do hate my guts. I'd appreciate it if you could send Tom those divorce papers. That way we can get the show on the road, you know? I've got some news to tell you. I and Tom have got married. We couldn't wait a minute longer, so we just did it.
Oh. You didn't need to wait for the divorce papers to come in then?
No, we just went and did it. It seems like it was a legit place. They only made us sign a few papers. It was also official. I'm so happy now. Oh, I heard about your chat with Tom about that money. He's reassured me that everything is fine with paying it back at a slower pace. Thanks so much for making a compromise with him. It really helps us out a lot.
A compromise? No, I didn't change anything. He still owes me $100,000. 50 this year and 50 next year. And it was signed by a lawyer. He has to pay me according to the law.
You're kidding. So you're saying that Tom was lying to me? That's unheard of. He's always honest with me.
Tom being honest? You just surprise me. I've never heard of him being straight with anything. You're in for a good one, Violet.
What are you trying to say? Of course, you want to just sour me and Tom's new relationship. But you don't have to tell lies to drag his name. Anyways, did you know that half of that money was actually mine? Anything you can do to ease the burden means I don't have to help him out as much too. It would mean the world to not only Tom but myself as well.
Huh? You paid half of the alimony payment that we agreed on?
Well, maybe even a little bit more than half. You see, Tom kind of broke down crying one night. He told me there was no way that we could get married if I didn't provide part of those payments. It was pretty bad, he was crying like a kid. Didn't know that Tom was that emotional, but it's not a bad thing. I like a man to be able to show emotions.
So he behaved like a little baby? Well, it sounds about right for him. He's always had a tantrum whenever he can't get what he wants.
You really don't get it, do you? He is the one who chose me, I chose him as well. Because of that, I have to support him in any way I can. So I have to pay your greedy self off just to get you off our case. Then me and Tom can live our life together. It's unreal to think of how far we've come from the time that I met him at that party. Now, we're actually a couple.
Yeah, you met at the party at my house. That was supposed to be a housewarming party, but it looks like there were some things going on behind the scenes.
Yes, that's right. It was a party at your new house. When you had to run out and grab more drinks, Tom and I really had some time to chat. You know what, Lucy? He really does have a great sense of humor. He's like always making me laugh and laugh. It really is nice to be happy again. After all those years, he was really down when he was with you.
Yeah, that's so great. I am so happy for you. Finally, Tom has someone who's just as pathetically delusional as he is.
How exactly is he delusional? You mean, the way he chooses to see things in a more positive light, hardly a negative trait if I do say so.
Oh, you'll find out. But anyway. Although you guys went and got married at whatever half-rate business, it doesn't mean everything's all good and settled. Until I get that money, I'm not going to sign the divorce papers. Therefore, your marriage to him is not going to be legit until those papers go through.
Well, everything seemed good at the place that we went to. They told us not to worry about any of the details.
Yeah, it sounds really reputable.
Well, we can talk about the money later. What's important now is that I'm married. I know things have been tough lately. But it really mean a lot if you were here for me. Remember when I went to your wedding? I even bought a special dress for it.
Like I said, you and Tom are both delusional and totally out of touch with reality. I'd never come to your wedding even if I was paid to be there. After that money is in my account, I'm not going to be concerned with anything that you or that jerk. I'm done after that, and there's nothing you can do to change my mind.
Well, let's think about it for a second. We're giving you all this money, right? So the least you could do is come to the wedding and help us celebrate. Come on, it's a wedding, Lucy. It's not like I'm asking you to do any work or anything. You just show up, smile, and look pretty. Did you know you didn't need to wait for the divorce papers to come in?
What's the real reason you want me to come, Violet?
You are so doubtful and negative about everything. It doesn't have to be some dark hidden meaning to everything. I just want my good friend to be at my wedding. And besides, there's actually gonna be a big announcement there as well. I'm not gonna tell anyone until the big day.
Announcement?
Yeah, I bet you can't guess it.
I have no clue, nor do I even care.
Oh, come on. Take a guess. You're not being any fun.
Violet, are we done here? I don't have time for this.
I'm pregnant.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah. That's one of the reasons I want you to come celebrate with us. This isn't only a wedding celebration. It's a celebration for a new baby as well. I know you may still have some feelings for Tom, so it might take a bit of time to get used to the idea. But it's a big deal.
Yeah, I see. I don't have any feelings for that jerk anymore. Honestly, I don't know how to feel about that announcement. I'd prefer not to even think about it.
You don't have feelings for him anymore?
Of course.
That's perfect. That means that you can come to the celebration with no problem? You won't be jealous at all, will you? I can't believe I actually was the one to end up with Tom. To be honest, I thought you guys were gonna be together forever.
You really think he's a good guy? You have no clue, Violet. Sure, you can go ahead and throw a celebration. But you might not want to invite your little sister.
My little sister? But why?
Tom is cheating on you with your younger sister.
That's ridiculous. How do you know that? You're just making up. You're trying to split us up, right?
Oh, you wouldn't believe me? That's not surprising, actually. But I honestly really was surprised to hear that you would cover divorce payments for a guy like that. Like, do you really suppose that this marriage is going to last? He's just marrying you because your sister is already taken.
Shut up, Lucy. You don't know anything. You need to stop spreading these terrible lies, especially at this time.
I do know Tom a lot more than you actually. So a word of advice, trust what I have to say about him or you will get deceived by him.
Lucy, you don't have to be so dramatic. There's no way he's gonna treat me the same way that he treated you. He actually respects me and is always upfront and honest about everything. I can ask him about anything and he'll tell me with no hesitation.
I think you might be blinded by this feeling of attraction. You're not seeing the full picture.
There's no way I believe you. But supposed it was true, where did you hear that? It seems really strange for you to single out my sis like that.
Like I said, the truth will come out whether you believe me or not. When I was with Tom, I discovered him cheating not only with you, but with your sister as well.
Tell me more.
Tom must have had 15 other girls' numbers in his phone. And he was actively texting them trying to set up dates, or not even hookups.
What the? There's no way. Where's the proof?
Sure. I hired a private investigator and had them follow Tom after work. He would often say things like work's running late today or gonna be home past midnight. I knew his company didn't have that much overtime. So it was clear that was just an excuse. And my investigator brought back pictures of you, pictures of your sister, pictures of countless other girls.
What? Is that all true? Show me those pictures.
I don't have to show you anything. But they're in a file in my house now. If you don't believe me, I could send you them over text.
So he actually was cheating with my sister?
Yeah. Your sister and tons of other girls. If that's not enough, he had to pay off a few of them just to keep quiet.
What do you mean by pay off? Are you saying he's giving alimony payments to them too?
Well, he wasn't married with them, so there wouldn't be alimony payments. He's been paying them as a kind of hush money. He must have been super relieved when you offered to pay part of it. That's the reason why I'm not getting the money from him yet. There must be a few women who he has to pay before me.
I can't believe a word of it. If it does turn out to be true, then Tom is just terrible.
Well, the sooner you start believing me, the better. So now, do you want to get married to a scumbag like that? You have to answer it by yourself. I'm done here. After that, Tom and Violet got into their fight. Apparently, Violet discovered that Tom was cheating on her. She was quite shocked when know that fact. They surely have the major responsibility for the child in Violet's stomach. I heard that Violet was planning to get an abortion because they wanted to file for divorce then. Well, it's miserable for them to be parents. I am lucky now. Hi, Lucy! I have came back from my lovely vacation in Europe.
Oh, that sounds lovely. How is your trip?
So wonderful, to be honest. I wish you could come with me. LOL, you traveled with your boyfriend. I don't want to a third wheel.
But anyways, I'm happy to hear you really enjoy your trip. You had worked a lot before, we even couldn't usually meet each other.
Yeah, that's right. I really need that trip. It's like a healing for my soul. Did you travel to somewhere in this holiday?
No, honey. My husband suddenly had a business trip on the holiday. So we decided to put off the trip till next month. My husband also promised to make it up for me, too.
Oh, your husband is so sweet.
I love him so much. He also went to Europe, honey.
Oh, is this?
Yeah, if my mind serves me right. Let me check the calendar. Yes, he went to Europe for a conference. And he will come back tomorrow.
Why don't you tell me that? I might have invited him to come along with us.
He is so busy, honey. He has to work at the conference till evening. We even don't text much. I know it and I don't want to bother him.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
Hi, honey. You look so excited. Is there something good in job, right?
In fact, my job is still boring as it might seem.
But what make you so happy?
My boyfriend bought me a luxury bag. He bought it for me when we were in Europe last week. I can't wait to wear this bag at work, and I got so much compliment from my coworkers. I'm so thankfully to my guy.
Wow, that's amazing. I know you are a big fan of bag. Your boyfriend is so mindful. He treats you so well. Which brand is this bag from?
Oh, it's Gookie bag with a premium leather quality. I have sent you the image. It's such a masterpiece, right?
What? This bag is identical to mine. My husband also bought it for me after his business trip in Europe. He just gave me last night.
Oh, really?
Look at your image you sent. Your boyfriend wrote you a card, right?
Yes, he is so romantic as usual.
This card is 100% the same as mine. And the handwriting is so identical, too. You make me sus, honey. Honey. I don't have a good feeling for this thing.
Okay. I think it's right time to tell you the truth. I love your husband so much. And we have been dating for a while.
What? Are you kidding me? Is this a joke or something?
Your husband also wants to marry me. We plans to throw a wedding at the end of this year.
What? I don't understand what you're saying.
Is this hard to understand? I'm telling your husband is replacing you as a wife. He definitely chooses a better wife who is compatible to him. That's all.
I am the one who is his wife forever. Not you.
Why not? I stole your husband. That's the truth.
This is insane. You're not going to steal him. So just stop.
Why wouldn't I? I am so in love with your husband right after the first look. He's so charming with a muscle body. What a body!
Hey, stop it. But why did you do that? I'm your best friend. We have been knowing each other for 10 years.
Huh, best friend? Don't you know that best friends should give each other the best things they have? Like a bag, a car, money, and now like your husband. Your husband is your best thing. Why can't I resist myself? What are you talking about? Are you out of your mind?
It turns out that your boyfriend I always mention is my husband?
Yes, you're right. As I have said, best friends should share best things together. You don't need to make things more serious. Look at you, Lucy.
What?
You aren't as gorgeous as me. As smart as me. Why you have such a great husband that I have never met? I am always jealous with you. The guys I have dated before is smart but poor or rich but ugly. Your husband is like the perfect man in the world. He is also working at a big firm. In our last vacation, he didn't hesitate to spend money for me. He can say yes with every request.
But when did these things start?
Don't you ever realize? Or be suspect? How silly you are.
Hey. Watch your mouth.
Remember the time that you let your husband take me home after the party at your house? I was totally drunk that day. So I saw your husband so handsome and sexy. He still stayed over a little bit and I realized we were meant to be.
What? My husband went back home late. It turned out he had stayed with you.
Yes, now you know that. We talked a lot at my house. After he got home that day, I looked all over the internet and also on social media to find all the information I could on him. I set up a plan where I would meet him just by coincidence. Of course, I had already looked up his location and everything beforehand. It worked and we were able to exchange contact information and everything. That was great. I am so glad I found out about him.
So wait. When you said that you stole my husband, does that possibly mean you guys were dating behind my back?
Oh, poor Lucy. It has been 2 months. We got to know each other little by little, you know. It wasn't before long that he really fell in love with me. Finally, he knelt on one knee. You are the one I really want to marry. Feel like I'm the winner. He proposed to me, and that's why your husband is stolen. Your marriage is also over, too.
Are you kidding me?
So now that I've explained everything, Patrick is mine, right? Don't worry, Lucy. I'll make sure we will have the happiest marriage ever.
You have crossed the line. Do you ever realize how terrible of a thing you've done? Do you have a conscience? How could you try and steal away your friend's husband? I really can't believe you would do something like that to me. You are really selfish.
Selfish? Oh, please, you are the one who's selfish.
What?
Not only are you short and stubby, you're so ugly too. Do I have to tell you at this point? Though you're my older sister, you are always wearing my hand-me-downs. How's someone like you marry such a wonderful man? That's totally not fair. A successful and rich man like that must belong to me. You don't deserve him.
How could you say that?
While I was dating some no-name actor who probably never make it. You probably decided to marry your husband just to spite me. I really hate that side of you. You know, it's really annoying as heck.
Do you seriously believe that I would do something so petty? First of all, I didn't even know you had a boyfriend. Second, if I didn't know you had a boyfriend, how would I know he's some actor who never make it yet?
When me and my boyfriend were trying to save money on dates, you and your husband were out eating at fancy steakhouses. I just couldn't stand the fact that you got to enjoy all of that. I had to always put up with lousy dates. So I had to do something to take your husband away from you. He's mine now, so there's no use in trying to win him back. You ugly fat pig. There's no way I'll let you be happier than me. I deserve to live a better life than you.
How could you steal Patrick away for such a selfish reason? You don't even actually like him for who he is.
Oh, shut up. I don't care.
What?
The fact that your husband is going to be CEO one day, right? Not only am I marrying into money, I'll practically be a celebrity once your husband get the company. I'll be living the dream life for sure. My short stubby friend would just stick out like a sore thumb living in that kind of world. Don't you think so? You're saying that unlike me you'd actually fit in? Are you sure about that? Of course, it's me that we're talking about. I'm the one that Patrick wants to marry. He always tells me how pretty I am all the time. Either way, it's too late for you now. You won't ever have a chance at being his wife anyways.
I am still his wife by law. You have no right to say that.
Huh, I don't really care. Your preparation for the trip at the end of this year should be removed. All this trip is with me, you can never step inside.
How dare you?
Why wouldn't I? Now you can just sit and watching us living a happy life from afar. You know what? No matter how hard you try to toughen up, it doesn't change the fact that you are just my useless friend who always loses. I can't believe what is happening. My husband is not like that? Huh, can you know all about your husband? Oh, Lucy. Men are just men, they will fall in love with beauty. They always want the new experience. Never a man in the world could be loyal to you till death. Maybe your husband don't want to hurt you, if not he would tell you sooner.
What? Why you said that to me?
Huh, just telling the truth. Don't be mad, haha. I'm sure you can't stand seeing my husband next to me. I know you're jealous.
That's my husband.
Whatever. I don't care. Just be realistic here. There's no way that someone like you could ever marry a CEO. No way will I let you take him over again.
You're really on a roll here, honey. Just let me ask you. Are you really that happy that you stole your best friend's husband away? I know you have never got married, you always have your family. But are you really okay that this is the way you're going to be getting married? By betraying me and got married to my husband? After what you've done, you think that happiness is waiting for you on the other side?
What are you talking about? Of course, I'm gonna be happy I'm getting married to a CEO. How could things get any better than that? This is literally going to be happily ever after for both of us. So, stop talking about moral things. I don't care about it. I really do apologize for stole your man, I'm sure it hurts. But I have no choice. I'll do anything for my happiness. Betraying you is just a small thing. I can't wait to live a luxury life.
You think your plan is going to go smoothly?
What? What do you mean by that?
What is going through your head? How can you think your plan is successful? Ignorance is bliss. You make me believe that.
Get to your point already. I don't know what you were trying to say here. We all have planned carefully. Your husband even filed for divorce already. So stole your husband is just a matter of time. Everything is going to be perfect.
Whatever you say. You'll know soon. Reality is gonna hit you hard. Well, see you. I really hope you will regret for what you've done.
Lucy! What the heck is going on? Call me back right now? How could you do that?
What's up, honey? Thought you were happy with your life. Why you're so upset?
You! Why wouldn't you do that to me?
What? I don't get what you're saying.
Don't have to act, Lucy. I know that was you who did that. Your husband has broken up with me.
Oh.
What's wrong between you two?
Stop it! I know that's you. What have you done?
Okay. I'll come clean with you. I know that I am not pretty like other girls. But my husband still chose me to be his wife. Don't you know why? Because my aunt is so rich, she owns a lot of company along the county.
Don't tell me that.
Yes. The company my husband is working is my aunt's company.
Why didn't I know that? You or your husband tell me about this.
Alright, all you need to know is that my husband never becomes CEO in his entire life.
What? Are you being serious?
I'm dead serious. He is going to take over my aunt's company, but I tell my aunt in time. He has been fired. He also has no money left. That's so ridiculous. After being fired, he came to me and begged like a dog. You know what? You wonderful man is now no more than an useless man. When I told you what I had said to me, he was really shocked. You and he are two jerks in my life. All his money is from my family company. I have filed for divorce, too. I am sure that he will left with a penny in his hand.
What?
Now you two can legally get married soon.
Oh.
I forget one more thing. I have also contacted your manager. Your manager also never agrees to let a person like you work at the company.
What?
You can check it with your manager. The inform of your being fired will arrive soon.
Wait! Lucy! Why you did that to me? I am so sorry. I know I did something very wrong. Can you forgive me? We used to be best friends. Can we go back like before?
Huh, don't you remember what you said to me? Best friends share best things with each other. I just borrow your best things, which are your jobs and your rich boyfriend.
You!
But I will borrow these things forever, never pay you back. Soon, you can marry my husband, but a poor person. Soon, you can have a job, but not in this county. I have nothing to say. Do not appear in my sight.
Wait! Lucy!
I have divorced with my husband. I still can't believe I have married a man like him. But I haven't decided to move on with a new guy. I really need a break after all. I heard that no company in this county accept Hani to work. She has to work as a babysitter with a low salary. But I will contact that family she is working for, they will fire her soon. I don't know if my ex-husband and Hani would go back and love again. I don't care about it. This is a big lesson for my life in choosing the one to be friend and to be husband.
May. Of all the places in the world, I can't believe we met by chance in such a place.
I know exactly what you mean. I was also very surprised.
I heard we're having a new one, but I can't believe it's you. Things will be a lot more fun now.
What do you mean?
I'll take care of you, just like I did when we were in middle school. I cannot wait. I hope you look forward to it too.
I'm sorry, I don't think I understand what you're trying to say.
Middle school is fun. Do not you remember? Oh, May, you didn't stop learning. You always pay attention to your books. You are such a small bookworm. You are the perfect person for me to tease.
Honestly, I hated high school. Those were some of the worst years of my life. I don't know, maybe you remember things a little differently than I do. But I always wish I could forget you. No matter how hard you try, you can't.
Oh, you haven't changed at all, have you? Are you still so serious and boring? Let me guess. That's why you haven't found yourself a husband yet. That is really sad. You are so pitiful. I feel sorry for you. Looks like you're still a nerd.
Look, work is work. Let's leave the past in the past and move on, okay? Do your best to be civilized. I think that's the best thing.
Civilized? Oh my god, how are you so bored? I look forward to having a little fun with you. Just like the past, right?
Like the past? But I don't want to suffer like that at your hands again. You torment me. We will work together, and we are no longer children. Let's act like it, okay?
Yes, whatever you say. You don't have to talk to me like I'm a kid, so just let it go. Besides, I was at that supermarket a long time ago. So don't think you can talk to me like you're everything. You've always thought you were very smart. You were full of confidence when we were kids. That's what I never liked about you.
You can say what you want, but there's really nothing I can do about it. I'm myself.
Oh. I've got big plans for you. I will teach you a lot of lessons, just wait and see. And don't worry about a thing. The store manager also did everything I said. He was always attached to me. He's like a puppy I trained.
Really? Manager?
Oh, yes. That guy loves me. He cannot help himself. I mean, I know I'm in my late 20s now, but I still get it. Do you understand what I mean? People always seem to love me.
So your manager has a crush on you, is that what you mean? Or are you dating?
You can say we are a couple. Everyone knows all about it. That's why people do what I say. They also know what's good for them. Everyone who was mean to me was fired, whoever they were. It doesn't matter if they are regular employees or part-time college students. If I don't like someone, I'll fire that person.
And you're the one making sure they get fired? Is that what you are telling me?
Yup, that's how it goes. Sometimes, even when I want someone to quit, they don't dare disobey me, so it's easier to use a store manager for my needs.
Let me see if I understand this. If you decide you don't like a new employee, you'll try to convince them to quit. You make their lives miserable, slander them, turn others against them, that sort of thing? And if they still won't quit, will you use your relationship with the manager and convince him to fire them for you?
You make it sound like such a bad thing. I don't like the way you do it. But, I guess that's about the gist of it.
Really now?
You won't have anything to worry about. Just do as I do and take my side. If you follow my example, you can have the life of your dreams. Everything will be neatly in place. I have found myself a great man to marry. He takes care of everything. I don't even have to work. I only had time to do this at the supermarket. And when I'm bored with the other guys I'm seeing, I can always joke around with the store manager here, and it's the perfect stress reliever. You know, not everyone can live this life well. If you want something like it, do what I say. Got it, baby?
Wow, you're really disgusting, you know that? You don't even know me anymore, and you'll start bragging to me about cheating on your husband. After all, what kind of person are you?
Huh? How dare you? Someone like you doesn't deserve to talk to someone like me like that. Don't be so arrogant. You'll talk to me about who I am, but what the hell are you?
Who, me?
You are a true bookworm. Study, 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 that's all you did. But look at you now.
What does it mean?
What did you get for all that research? Nothing. You may have attended a prestigious university and have your degree, but you will be working at the same counter as me, doing the same part-time job as me. It would be funny if it weren't so sad. So be prepared. I will take care of you just like I did before. You will know my hand.
Oh, I guess I forgot to tell you. I won't be there part-time.
What? What are you trying to do? Everyone who works at the supermarket is a part-time employee. Everyone is the same, we all do the same job and have the same number of hours.
Yes, that's true. But I'm trying to tell you, I'm not a part-time employee.
So who are you?
I am in charge of human resources at the head office. I am working for my company. This particular store has a huge problem with employee retention. Turnover is fast and no one seems to last long. So I decided to go investigate.
Wait, what? Are you serious? You really do not start at the market? I thought you would be doing the registration with me.
No, absolutely not. I told you, that's not what I do. I worked very hard to get into a good school, and I studied continuously. I worked my best. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a part-time job. We need someone at the register. But I'd be disappointed if that's what I'm doing after all that hard work. Thankfully, I got a job with the Human Resources Department at the corporate office. I check the sales of all the branches, I train new employees, that sort of thing.
Are you from the main office? No kidding. Are you from the company?
We were wondering why this store has such a high turnover. As soon as someone starts, they quit or get fired. It has been really confusing for a while now. But today, the big mystery is solved, right? Thanks for this enlightening conversation. Looks like you're the real problem, don't you know me?
What are you saying? You're wrong, it's not like that. I did not do anything.
Well, that's funny. Didn't you just tell me all about it? Could have sworn you were just bragging to me. And your story definitely has to be checked. I interviewed several other employees, and and their version of the story perfectly matches yours. Looks like everything will be fine.
What do you mean, everything will be fine?
Nomi, you haven't changed a bit since we were little.
Oh, so? Do you have something to say to me?
You look down on anyone who doesn't match your mood. You attack anyone you think is weaker than you. You are a mean girl. Without a doubt, you are the worst kind of person. But it's time for you to get the reward you deserve for your actions.
Reward? What does that mean? I don't see what you are getting. Talk like a real person, not a bookworm.
Obviously, I will report to you in the marketing department for the company. I can't say for sure what will happen next, but I think we both know the most likely outcome. You will almost certainly be fired.
What? Why do you do that?
Do I really need to explain it to you? Surely you can figure it out when you think about what you did. And you know what else? The main office pays for all the advertising when we need to hire new people. And that's been a big expense lately.
I don't know anything about that. That has nothing to do with me. Let me out of there. It sounds like you don't know anything about it, so let me explain it to you.
I don't know what kind of person the manager is. I don't know much about him. But he was hired to manage the store, not to be sneaky with his employees. So I don't understand how we can keep him working after all this. For one, it doesn't look very good and is a complete waste of wages. He's been with the company for a while, so I can't say if he'll be fired yet, but he certainly won't be running the market anymore.
Oh no. Will he no longer be the manager?
Of course he won't. And what more, we don't want any blame to hit the company, plus, it can be said that it is a personal animosity, but I will inform your husband and the manager's wife of what you two have done.
What? Wait a minute, now. Why would you do that? That's a bad thing. It's downright meaningless.
I hate to tell you, but you brought this on yourself. What do you expect?
Calm down, May. Why do you say it's such a terrible thing? I thought we were friends. We've been friends since high school. We met again. How can you do that to me?
Friend? Are you joking? You can't do anything but look down on me and mock me. And now suddenly say we're friends? Haha. That's a bit of a convenience, don't you think?
But it's all in the fun, you know. I was just joking with you, you know. You also had a lot of fun, didn't you?
I'm pretty sure there's no one on earth who likes to be teased all the time. I am a human being, not a toy, you know. I'm not here to make your toys. You think you can do whatever you like, but isn't it time to give it a break? Your life is about to be turned upside down and turned into a hell on earth. You should be better prepared for what's to come.
Hell. Don't you think you're exaggerating a bit? All you have to do is change your mind. Nothing has to happen. You don't have to say anything to my family. You don't have to tell the main office anything. That's the easiest solution for everyone, right? Just keep quiet and all this will go away.
The easiest solution for everyone? I don't understand how that would do me any good, haha. Why should I be silent? Give me a good reason.
Please. What do you want from me? Money? I don't have much, but I can pay you something. I don't want to lose what I have. I am really sorry. Please help me.
There is no chance for you. No, even if you pay me. Also, I make more money than you. You can't afford to pay me. Besides, this isn't just a job for me, this is my career we're talking about here. I wouldn't do anything to put that in jeopardy. I'm married. I have children. You may have always looked down on me, but I'm living the life I've always wanted.
Is that correct? I had no idea. I'm so sorry. I made a big mistake. You'll never hear another bad thing about you getting out of me again. I will not speak ill of anyone. You will see. Just give me a chance.
I really don't care about that anymore. And you can rest assured that you will definitely get fired. Consider it a payoff. Perhaps you can feel a little bit of what all the people you fired have felt.
I get it, okay? I will quit my job. I will take responsibility for everything and quit. Just please don't tell my family anything about this. It would be terrible if my husband found out about the affair.
It would be terrible, wouldn't it? He will definitely kick you out of the house, right? You might even owe him some money for all the damage you've done. You won't be able to maintain the fun lifestyle and mini games you've created for yourself.
Why would you do this to me? I don't even remember much about high school. How are you still vindictive of that?
I'm not. That was the old days, now it's water flowing over the bridge. When it comes to reporting to the company, I'm just doing my job. I have to report what I know. But I have to admit that I would be happy to tell your husband and the manager's wife, because I have a bit of a grudge to get rid of.
So there is absolutely nothing I can do?
Not that I can think of. We will owe your husband a settlement. Perhaps you want to be prepared for that?
I'm sorry. You have to do something. Please. I regret everything I've done. I won't hurt anyone again.
Well, you shouldn't. I hope you learned something from this. I have set my report to company. It's over.
Tell me you're lying. What will I do?
Why do you ask me? We're not friends, go ask someone interested. And besides, even if I don't report you, it's pretty certain that one of the other employees will. Looks like some complaints have been filed. I can guess what they're about.
Really?
You went around with that smug look on your face, bragging to everyone about your relationship, right? What you expected. From what I understand, his wife already knows everything. This is not good for you.
I can't believe this is happening to me. You have to do something. Help me. You work in the main office, right? You can take care of this for me. You can make all this go away.
Please stop immediately. You only worry about your own face, you selfish bastard. I am doing my job. Not a servant to let you dictate. Goodbye.
The cheating manager's wife called Nomi out immediately. She takes Nomi to court in a small case, and Nomi loses. She had to pay a rather large amount of money. Of course, her husband got a phone call next. The manager's wife told him everything. May did everything correctly when she filed her report with the corporate office. Naturally, the two cheaters have been fired. Nomi's life is turned upside down, just as May predicted. She lost her job, her husband left her, and with the fraudulent record, she was the one paying alimony. She has managed to alienate everyone around her, and no one is left to help her. Now she is left alone and completely unsure of what to do next.
Alice, your food is terrible. Once again, I discarded it in the garbage.
Did you throw it all away? I haven't eaten yet.
If you're so eager to consume it, feel free to retrieve it from the trash and indulge yourself. To a piece of trash like you, it makes no difference whether it's on a plate or in the trash, does it?
What made you discard it without consulting me beforehand? I made the food for myself.
Such rubbish wouldn't even be devoured by a pig. If you want it so badly, go and get it.
You don't have to say it like that.
We're going out to eat. You can stay at home and make yourself more trash if you like.
Hold on! I used up all the ingredients I had to make that.
Yeah? So what?
There's nothing left in the house for me to eat. You threw it all away.
Well, if you don't want to eat from the trash, then you can go out on your own. Or would it be too sad and lonely to go eat out all by yourself? Especially in that stupid wheelchair of yours.
I don't mind going out alone. I just don't like eating out.
I don't care what you like and don't like to do. Why do I have to care about a useless disabled person like you? You don't even go to work or do any chores around the house. You should be grateful that we're paying for your expenses.
You're not really paying for my expenses. I'm paying all the expenses every month. I even told you before I work from home.
You're lying! A disabled person like you has no way of making money. You're useless! Anyways, have fun staying at home all alone with no food.
Well, I guess I'll get some delivery pizza then.
What? Don't go spending our money without our permission. That's my son's blood, sweat, and tears. Only my son, and I get to spend it.
I was going to use my money to pay for it anyways. Don't worry.
By the way, we're going on a trip next week.
Are you? Have fun. Are you going with your husband?
No, it's a family trip. Everybody's going.
Huh?
Well, everyone except for you, of course. Didn't Tony tell you?
No, he didn't say anything about it. What do you mean everyone in the family is going? Who's going?
It'll be me, my husband, and my son. Also, my daughter and her family are coming too. We're going to have fun without you since you'd be such a burden if you came along with us.
That's what I thought. You really hate me.
I didn't say anything like that now, did I? Don't put words into my mouth, young lady. We just don't have the time and energy to look after someone in a wheelchair. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry, but you'll have to stay home.
Fine. I'll stay. But can you please stop saying stuff like I'm useless or I'm a burden to the family? I have feelings too. It's not like I get to choose to be or not to be in a wheelchair.
So what? You think you're the only person who doesn't have choices. I didn't choose you to be in our family. I don't know why my son chose to be with you. I won't take back what I said. You really are a burden to this family.
You don't have to be so harsh on me. But now I understand. That's how you really feel about me.
I'm not the only one who feels this way about you.
Huh?
Tony regrets marrying you. Nobody wants you here anymore. Why are you still here?
Did Tony really say that about me?
Of course, why wouldn't he? That's why I'm helping him.
Helping him with what?
So that he can divorce you and find someone better. I'm helping him look for a new partner.
A new partner?
I really hope he finds someone soon. You should start packing your stuff to leave. Soon there will be no place for you here anymore.
You've been treating me like a housemaid. No, more like a slave. And yet you were planning to get rid of me all along. I see I'm no longer wanted here. Have fun at your family trip. A few minutes later. I heard you're going on a family trip this weekend. A family trip that everyone in the family is going on except for me.
Who told you that? My mom? I was going to tell you eventually.
Tell me what?
The hotel she reserved for the trip is not wheelchair friendly. So I'm sorry we can't take you with us this time.
You had no intention on bringing me along, did you?
What? No! Don't be silly. Come on, lighten up a bit.
Do you think I'm a burden too? Ever since your mom moved in to live with us, you started coming home late every night. You ignore everything I say about your mom. You've changed.
Do you really think I've changed? Well, a lot has been going on ever since she started living with us. I don't want to come back from work to just get even more tired seeing you and my mom fight.
So you don't care when your mom says horrible things to me?
That's not what I'm saying. I just want you to get along with each other. But your fights have got nothing to do with me. So leave me out of all that.
It has everything to do with you. She's living here with us because she's your mother.
Oh, shut up already. You're so annoying. It just makes it harder for us when you come on our trips because of your wheelchair. That's why my mom told you not to come, so what am I supposed to do?
So you do think I'm a burden?
Well, that's how everyone feels about wheelchairs. That's not something I can change.
Something you can't change. All right. Fine. That's enough. That was a lot of fun. I almost forgot how fun it is to go on trips when we're not held back by useless package like you. I'm so glad we left you at home. I told you that I make money on my own from home, and yet you keep saying that I'm useless? Why are you getting worked up so suddenly? You don't need to make up lies to try and win me over. It won't work. As if you can really make money on your own when you can't even walk using your own legs. It must be so much fun going on a trip while also looking down on me at the same time. Oh yeah! I'm having the time of my life. The trip was just so good without you. Well, good for you. Not that I really care. But good for you. I can't say this enough. The trip was a million times better without you and your stupid wheelchair. By the way, we're on the way back, so start making dinner so we have something to eat right away. I'm not there. Huh? I moved out and I'm not coming back. So I'm not cooking dinner for you. I'm not doing any house chores.
I'm not paying for anything anymore.
What? You left already? You're really not coming back? You could at least have said goodbye first. Who taught you your manners?
Aren't you happy that you'll get back from your family fun trip without having to ever see me again?
You're such a wuss for running away like this. Not that I care. Now Tony can focus on finding his new partner.
I could tell from the day I met you, but you're really a horrible person. Did you know that? I'll get divorced from Tony soon, so you don't have to worry about me getting in the way of finding your new daughter-in-law.
Oh, perfect, thanks. It would be such a pain if we had to get a lawyer involved to get rid of you.
We'll see about that. It's still up to you whether you're going to need a lawyer or not. I'm already getting prepared for it.
What? You're starting to talk nonsense, but I'll let you go. It doesn't really matter anyways. Don't you ever show up in our lives again with your stupid wheelchair.
I don't intend to. Goodbye.
Hey, you! What's all this about?
What are you fussing about?
Where's all the furniture? Where are all the electronics and everything we had in the house? Did you steal them?
What do you mean I stole them? I only took the things that belong to me.
What? Things that belong to you? Nothing in this house belonged to you. How did you move all the stuff out in just 2 days?
Well, I was getting tired of being in this house for a while now. So I was already ready to move out. Did you forget that you made us replace all the furniture and electronics because you thought they were too old and used up?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Especially your couch was so dirty and disgusting. It really needed replacing. But Tony also bought some of the stuff, didn't he? Give him back the things that belong to him. Are you too stupid to understand that not everything belongs to you?
You're the one who's not understanding this.
What?
Your son didn't buy a thing.
What are you saying?
Tony got fired from his job. Now he's working at a minimum wage. Part-time.
He's working part-time?
He doesn't get paid vacation, nor does he get any of the benefits he had before. He uses up all his money on himself, so he's never bought anything for the house or for both of us to use. So I bought all the stuff that I took. I also paid for all the utilities in the house.
What? Then what has my Robert been doing with his free time?
Beats me. Maybe he was looking for a new partner like you said.
No way! I don't believe you. Give us back what belongs to Tony. I'll sue you. You thief.
Go ahead. I have proof that I bought it all myself. I keep all my receipts.
Do you really?
Yes, I told you I'm prepared. Do you get it now? I can take everything in that house. I bought every single thing with my money.
But Tony has been paying the mortgage for this house. It's not like he really spends it all on himself.
No. I've been paying the mortgage this whole time.
What? So you didn't know?
I never told you because I didn't want you to think less of your son. But I guess he was happy to make me seem like I was the useless one.
What? I don't get what you're saying.
You've been saying things like I'm useless and that I'm a burden to the family. But you know I ended up in a wheelchair because of Tony, don't you?
Because of Tony?
So you didn't know about that either. Well, I'd rather not get into that with someone like you anyway. I'm getting divorced, so let's just keep talking about money. I may be in a wheelchair, but I can work. I've made enough money and have plenty of savings to hire a lawyer. She'll be contacting you guys soon enough.
A lawyer? Why do you need a lawyer?
For the divorce, dummy. I'm going to make sure to take Robert for everything I can get. And to avoid having to respond to your crazy requests.
Why should he have to give you anything?
Because of you. You told me that he's looking for a new partner. So I made sure to get proof that he's cheating on me. Thanks to you, I'll be getting a lot of money from this divorce.
I can't believe you're doing this to us. There's no way we're paying you anything. Why would we ever do that?
Well, it's the law. We were a husband and a wife and he cheated on me while we were still married. I have the right to compensation.
What do you mean you have the right?
Anyways, shouldn't you stop wasting your time talking to me? And start looking for a job to start making some money?
What? Why do I have to look for a job?
Well, apparently your husband lost all of his savings on gambling.
What?
So he's been asking me to let him borrow some money.
He never told me that.
It seems that he's not working either. You really don't know much about your family, do you?
Were you trying to get close with my husband? Why do you know all that?
No. It's just that I was always home. And I could hear everyone's phone conversations, your conversations. Made me really worried to be a part of this family. I'm glad to be leaving it.
Hold on. Then what'll happen to us once you're gone? How are we going to pay for the house? The expenses? The furniture and everything else we need?
That's why I said you should get a job. Good luck finding one. So I guess this is it. Don't ever try to contact me again. Goodbye. Sorry, I was so useless and a burden to you.
Upon discovering Alice's departure, the entire family became filled with panic. Maya managed to coax Tony into revealing all the things he had been concealing from her. Upon receiving legal notifications from Alice's attorney, the family experienced another wave of panic. Maya's husband abruptly resigned from his job without informing her and accumulated significant debt, resulting in complete chaos within the family. Tony and his father became furious with Maya for pressuring Alice to leave the house, while Maya was equally enraged with them for quitting their jobs without informing her. Although they were busy assigning blame to each other, it was clear that they were all at fault and had no one else to hold accountable.